Hi everyone, welcome back to the Code Learners Helpline for Software Development. In this video, we are going to show you how to show notifications using JavaScript. So here you can see in my screen. So this is the notification which I am talking about. So you might have seen this a lot of times, which different websites are using this to engage their users. So you can also create such kinds of notifications by using the notification API in JavaScript. For that, you need to request a notification access from the client, and to do that client, you have to trigger this particular alert box. So this will ask client whether to allow notifications or block notification on your website. If user clicks on allow button, then the notifications will be this kind of notifications can be triggered. Next thing is to how to check whether the already a current client has provided necessary permissions to show the notification or not. So that you can do by accessing a property called notification.permission property. So this property will give you a value based on whether the user has given permission or rejected the notification. So here are the three kinds of choices available. The first choice is default, which means that the browser actually doesn't remember or doesn't know whether the client has allowed or denied for notifications to be displayed from your website. The second action is when the client grants access to show notifications coming from your website. And the third one is when the client blocks all the notifications from displaying. One thing you remember that these notifications, to display these notifications in the live production, you need to have SSL certificate. So this is a mandatory. Whenever you are trying to display a notification, your website must be very secure. So for the next step, if you want to ask if you want to ask the permission from the client to allow notification to be displayed, for that you have to call a request.permission method. So request permission method is basically is a promise. It returns a promise. What it does is it basically triggers the alert box which I have shown you in the first slide. So based on the user's action, it will return you the permission here. So you can see I have console log permission here. So here if the user allows you, it shows you granted, or if it doesn't allow you, it shows you as blocked or denied. So this permission will be shown here. And the next thing, you can also provide a catch method if there is in case any exception while user providing or allowing or denying the permission. So now how to show the notification? So for that we have to use a notification class provided by JavaScript. So this is how the notification class looks like. We have to create an object of notification class. The first parameter will be a notification title, which will be displayed, and we also have other optional parameters that if you want to show the notification content, you can show here. If you want to show icon, which is optional, you can also pass the URL for the icon. And there are also many different parameters which you can pass within this particular object. So now let us learn by using an actual example and see how to trigger notifications in JavaScript. So here you can see I have created a simple HTML file, and here we have some pre-coded HTML tags. We have 3 buttons which perform different actions. For each and every on-click event, I have created a separate function here. Here is a get notification permission. So basically this will just call notification permission, and it will just return us whether the permission is granted or denied or default. The second is request permission for notification. This particular function will display will show the alert dialog box where client can actually approve or reject or block the notification permission. And here is show notification. This function will actually call the notification class by creating an object, and we will be able to see a small notification at the bottom right side here. So now let us first check whether the user has given us a notification or not by returning notification dot permission. So I'll just return an alert. I'll just, instead of returning, I'll just add an alert here. So now if I open this particular file, so now let us directly open in the Chrome browser, and let us click on the get permission button, and you can see for now the permission is set to default. So now let us go to the request permission. Let us implement the functionality by going to request permission notification. Here what I'll do is, here I will call that particular method notification dot request permission. So this will basically return me a particular permission object. So I need to call then method here, then, and the then method will have a permission. I'll just console log it here. And suppose if there is any error while providing the permission, I can handle that with catch. So now let us go back to the browser, refresh, and click on get permission, and here you can see it shows me a particular alert box here. I can block allow the access. So before doing that, I'll just go to inspect element and see what we'll get in the console. Now if I click on allow, you see it shows me permission granted. So now if I click on again, it shows me a pop-up again. Now if I click on block, it shows me the permission as denied. Now if you click on get permission, it should actually show you denied, because recently I have just denied the permission. If I click on this, you see we get default here. So we should not get default, we should get denied. So what is actually happening here? So the thing is that the permissions also won't work if you are accessing HTML, if you are giving a permission to through a file. So you see this particular HTML page is actually opening from a particular path instead of like localhost 500. So instead of localhost, we are just accessing at like a file. So for this kind of situation, permissions won't work. So for that we need to access through a URL. And here at the bottom right side you have a go live. You click on this. So it sure tells me to open a folder. So I need to open a folder. So this is my folder. If I click on go live, it is starting, and you see we have a port number 5500. So I have to go to the Chrome browser and go to notification underscore API.html, which is my HTML file. If I click on get permission, we have a granted permission now, and so I'll just revoke this permission for now. So to revoke this permission, click on this icon, and here you have notification clicked. So you can click on reset permission. This will ask to reload, and now if I click on get permission, it shows me default. If I click on request permission and allow, it shows me granted, and when I click on get permission, it says granted also. So this is now we got our permissions ready. We were able to get the permission access from the client. So now let us try to display the notification. When you click on the notification button, I would like to display a small notification on the bottom right side. So for that we will be using notification class. The first thing is I will create a notification object, and the first thing I will pass a title. Then as a optional parameters I will pass body, which is the content, So this I will create in a variable as title, and there is a body. So now this notification object, you don't need to call a method directly. You can just create an object, so that will automatically trigger the notifications. So now let us refresh and click on show notification, and you can see by showing notification we are able to get the name and also the content of that. By default the Chrome has also the website URL also here. Within this second parameter you can pass a lot of different things, like if you want to pass an icon, you can also do that. And for icon I have an icon, a particular URL that I'd like to add. So here is a very small icon which I use on my website. I want to add this icon. Just copy the URL and paste it here. So now it is refreshing. So now when I click on notification, you see we are also getting the icon here. So the notification basically stays for 5 seconds. You can have some more attributes through the second parameter that will enable. You can also increase the duration of that. So if you want to increase the duration of the notification to be displayed, so you can add another option here, required interaction, and this is a boolean boolean. This takes a boolean value where you need to pass true. So now if I again click on show notifications, you see that with this particular notification card we also have a close button. So till the user clicks on close button, this notification is not going to be this notification will not be going to be hidden. So this will be visible till the client clicks on close. When I click on close, it gets hidden. So now you can also have another parameter if you are using the notifications for the mobile, and if you want to display notifications whenever a new notification is received, you want to trigger a vibrate. So you can also pass another parameter as vibrate. So this works for devices like mobile phone. When they receive a new notification, they basically do a vibration. Now coming up to the other things, you can also have a custom events on the notification object. So there are basically four types of notifications that they are basically four types of events that you can trigger on the notification object. So the first notification that you can trigger is on click. So for that you need to just on click, and here you need to pass the function. The on click event will by default pass a event parameter, so you need to have this. And here I'll just console log, and I will just log the event. The second event what you can use on notification object dot on close. When the notification is closed, so this also has a event object as a parameter. You can just console log this on close. Notification object on show. So this particular function will be this event will be called when the notification is shown, after the notification is shown. And finally there is another one, that is notification object on error. So this also will take ev, and this will basically called whenever you have whenever there is a error while giving notifications. Now let us check all those things, all those events are triggering or not. So if I click on show notification, you can see show event has been triggered, and if I click on this, you see a click event has been occurred. I will show notification again, and if I click on close button, you see close event has been occurred. So this is a simple way of how you can actually use the notifications, and with all the other attributes and also the events you can use. You can also use for interaction when notification is clicked, you can redirect them to their website by using window dot location, and here will be the URL of that website. So for now, I'll just, for the sake of example, I can show you as the code learners, which is my website. And when you click on the notification, it basically takes you to the my blog website, and this is basically my website. If you want to have any code snippets, you can get it from here. So whatever I do a tutorials, I for all the tutorials I have a written content on my website. I have provided a link for this website in the description below. You can check this blog post on the notification API of JavaScript. Okay, so coming up to the topic, we have discussed about the notification, but we need to see, we need to check that whether which are the browsers that support, what is the compatibility of the notification. And before you actually ask for request permission, you would like to see whether the notification is supported in your browser, in a particular browser or not, because there are few browsers that won't provide support for this notification class. To do that, you can type the console type of notification not equal to undefined. So if this returns true, which means that you have the browser supports notification, and before you trigger any event or ask any permission, you can basically see if no is supported, and if it is supported, then only we will ask permission, or else we won't ask any permission. If you don't do these things, then if you don't do and you proceed directly with the notification, if any browser that doesn't support, there is a chance that your code may get. So that's all about JavaScript browser notification API. If you have any queries, do ask in a comment below, and if you like my video, consider subscribe. Thank you, see you in the next video. Bye.